Hello everyone, in this video I'll be showing off some new class mods in Baldur's Gate 3's mod manager. Now, I have 56 different classes that are installed with over 150 subclasses. We got a lot of things in this, so I'll be going over some of the newest ones that we got here with classes from like Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous with Kineticist, and even like Batman and Batgirl, and even Thor. So we got a lot of cool ones to cover here. I guess we'll start off with Thor, because this one actually is interesting. It comes with 3 subclasses. You get to pick some cantrips here that are mostly like mostly lightning based. There's 2 Shocking Grasp, was a weaker version of it. Sacred Flame, we'll pick some of those there. Then we get spells. We get our Smites, Shield, Witch Bolt, and other lightning spells. Get to pick a fighting style. Now this class is pretty strong. I'll just go through quickly and show this one off because it does have 3 subclasses that are pretty uniquely built. Now superhero themes are pretty common, I've found so far in the mod manager. So yeah, we'll go create water. You get a feat at level 2, so that's pretty strong. At level 3, we get to pick our subclass. Now, there's a few choices that we got here. We also get some different spells, Branding Smite. Then we got our Tank Thor, which gives us a fighting style and a pact boon, so it's like a warlock style. Then we got the Thor Light and Thunder, which gives us some different spells. This one's kind of like the Tempest Cleric with the Wrath of the Storm there, Unarmored Defense, and Temptatious Magic. And then Throwing Thor, it's kind of like a barbarian, so you can go into a frenzy, you can bind your weapon. This is pretty cool if you want to go with like a Mjolnir style build. There's also Mjolnir and Stormbreaker mods in the mod manager, so this is cool. I think this one's pretty fun. I'll just quickly go through this one. This is kind of like a sorcerer, kind of mixed with the Tempest Cleric, which 2 of my favorite classes in the game. And the spell selection isn't fantastic, but I'll just take you through it quickly here just to show you it. And Charisma is the main stat for casting here. And it's good for a face of a party, especially if you want to do a real Thor style build. Lightning Arrow, Lightning Bolt, 2 really fun spells, and Spirit Guardians. I think this is pretty fun overall. It may not be the strongest, or it actually is kind of strong. It may not be the most balanced, I should say, but getting Haste and Spirit Guardians, that's pretty good. And then all the extra feats that you get is pretty interesting. You also get, I'll just back out of it here. You get an extra action and extra bonus action, so you get to attack a lot. And yeah, this is not meant to be balanced, but it could be good if you're going for like more of a lone wolf style build if you don't want to have any companions alongside you. I think that one's pretty funny. I just saw that there on the mod manager and I tested it out. It gets 3 actions at level 11. It gets the 3rd action, which is really strong. Then we got a Batman and Batgirl class here, which is pretty funny. So this gives a flurry of blows, dexterous attacks, kind of mixed like a monk almost. So we've based off dexterity. Got to pick our skill proficiencies here. Now the Batman class is interesting, same as Batgirl. They're very similar, but we get our danger sense here, so advantage on dexterity saving throws, advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't taken a turn yet, and action surge. So we're meant to just get up there and punch people in the face. We also get deflect missile and riposte, and assassinate ambush, so an attack roll against surprise creatures, critical hit. You also get the flurry of blows. Now this is another class that is quite strong. It's not, I wouldn't say it's broken overpowered. You do get a lot of different abilities here, so jump distance increase, proficiency bonus to anything you're not proficient in, restore your action and bonus action at the start of combat. We get our feat there, extra attack here, and improved critical hit, so higher crit chance and the stunning strike before the monk would get them. This is like a monk that's a little bit stronger, basically, but flavored like Batman. So yeah, you get your evasion, stillness of mind, which is the same thing that the monk would get. You get your dark vision, which makes sense. Batman, he's got all the gadgets. There's also like, yeah, I was gonna say you can go with throwing because you get your batarangs here, so you can go frenzy, enraged throw, and frenzied throw. This is a cool class as well. The fan of superheroes, you know, Batman is pretty sweet. It does just get the extra attack, doesn't get the extra actions, unlike the other one, but it does get action surge, so it's pretty cool. I think that that one's fun, especially if you're looking for something new, and you're a fan of Batman. So you can kind of role play how you see fit. So we'll skip out, no more superhero ones. Kineticist is an interesting one. I won't go all the way through this, but it has 7 different subclasses here with air, which has different types of damage, so you can go electric or thunder damage there. Elemental defense, you get the force version, earth, which will give you bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing, fire, which is obviously fire, Wood has all of those, and then also a radiant damage. There's water, which does cold damage, and the void, which has necrotic. So this is cool. I'll be doing a build on this in the future when it's a little bit more fleshed out, but still a very cool class. Kind of focused like the Avatar, The Last Airbender is the icon there. But I want to show off the Wild Heart because this is really interesting. So this basically is like a sorcerer married to a druid. If you've played Pathfinder, there's a sorcerer that has druid spells in it and gets a pet, and this one also gets a pet. So there's 3 subclasses with the Master of the Hounds. So you've learned the secrets of taming canines, both natural and supernatural. You get a dog companion, and Nature's Invocation increases companion's AC, attack, hit points, and saving throws. The Green Speaker, which gives us a spider companion, and then also the Raven Song, which gives us a raven companion. I'm going to go Master of the Hounds there to show this one off. This is a cool class. So you see here we get our extra spells, and we also get meta magic, so you can create sorcery points or use that to create spell slots. So it's essentially like a sorcerer druid, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this class is very reminiscent of the Sylvan Sorcerer from Pathfinder, which is kind of a druid mixed with the sorcerer. It's a lot of fun because getting a pet and also being able to summon in or be able to meta magic and cast 2 spells per turn is really strong. And some druid spells are very useful. So it does have the limited amount of spells that the sorcerer gets. That's one of the biggest drawbacks of playing a sorcerer is you don't get as many spells as other classes get. But it makes up for that in being able to summon in your dog or your spider or your raven, as well as you get some fun ones like Call Lightning, which can be good if you're low on spell slots early in the game. Does miss out on Lightning Bolt there, but you get Fireball, which is, you know, everyone's favorite. And then they Call Lightning there. And at level 7, we also get the ability to take the Woodland Being. The Woodland Being is not on this list, never mind. I thought that I saw that it was when I previously took it. But yeah, it does have things like Plant Growth, Ice Storm, Wall of Fire. So some spells that the sorcerer typically you wouldn't be taking with the sorcerer, but it does kind of all come together nicely. So pretty interesting class. I think that this one's fun if you want to play it for role-playing sake. Being able to play as a druid sorcerer is pretty cool. So yeah, that's that for that one. Next, I want to show off the dual wielder, which I was recommended to try this one out, especially if you like dual wielding weapons. This is cool. So you get 2 weapon fighting, you get the bonus armor class, and you get the ability to two-hand 2 weapons. So things like longswords you can dual wield, which makes it pretty strong. Now with this class, you're going to obviously always want to be dual wielding, but we get special attacks. Like we get Flurry of Blades, Flurry of Stabs, Flurry of Opening, or Flurry of Power. So a few different attacks, and you get 2 of these per turn, so you can attack twice. Get +1 damage to whenever you have a melee weapon in both hands. You get some extra skill proficiencies here, which is kind of nice. And yeah, this is mostly focused around using the 2 weapons. You get a class passive every couple levels, and this does scale up. There's a few different ones you get at higher levels. Not super overpowered. Your Flurry attacks you with 2d4 extra damage. So this one isn't busted strong. At level 6, you get the dual wielding mastery, adding +2 to your attack and damage, and then also Assassin's Alacrity, giving your action bonus action back when you start combat. Then we get some new attacks here, so you get the ability to silence a target, and this does slashing damage here. Flurry of Moonlight, which does 2d4 psychic damage and can basically do fairy fire on the enemy. And then Flurry of Shadows, which applies bleed, which it did shadows like the Shard and Spear did, but yeah, it's still pretty strong nonetheless. And then you also get the Uncanny Dodge here, taking a little bit less damage. So this is almost like a rogue, kind of, I guess you could say. It's pretty fun to play. Not overpowered again, +2 and +1 armor class and extra 4 damage on your attacks. And then you get the proficiency in strength, constitution, and dexterity, increased jump distance. And we get 2 more spells with their attacks. With the Flurry of Razors, swinging your weapon at Cyclone Speed, and hits all enemies within range, and the Flurry of Destruction, which hits in a straight line. So what's cool about these is you get all of them. At level 12, you get to pick the final one. They can only be used while you're in combat, but you get your flurry charges back per turn, so you can use 2 of these per turn. Don't know why they run off a resource when you can just immediately get your resources back, but I guess if you got haste, it won't let you spam them multiple times. What's cool about it is, yeah, you get to focus on 2 weapon fighting with some unique weapon action attacks that you can use every single turn. You can push back the enemy, you can apply bleed, you can set up your other teammates to be able to deal damage. It's a lot of fun. Now I just have to touch on the Dragon Tamer. This one is incredible. I know a lot of people really like this. I did previously a build guide on this class. It's incredible. So basically you get the ability to summon in a dragon, which is super sweet. And there's two subclasses. You can focus on ranged fighting or using a melee weapon. You get training with light armor, and then you get your dragon at level 2. And then you can choose to be an elemental archer or swordsman. So with this, you get medium armor proficiency, and whenever you attack, your dragon will do an attack that deals 1d6 up to a 1d10 extra damage, which is really nice. You got some different weapon actions here, so similar to the Battlemaster Fighter's weapon choices. So really nice because you can get some extra benefits out of this, and then your dragon will also attack too. You can also feed your dragon cookies to heal them, which I don't know if that's healthy for dragons to have, but we'll go with it. And then you also get charges to power up your elemental abilities of the dragon too. So I'll summon the dragon in just to show off what this looks like. It's pretty cool. So we got our dragon companion. We'll summon it in. It grows in size as you level up. So this one's like moderately big, and it'll get bigger as you level and get stronger. So this version has 34 health. At max, it has 75 health. And you can use elemental charges to give yourself more charges. And then with these charges, you deal extra damage. And you take damage too, but your dragon will also have some increased attacks. So it's pretty fun. I think this class is a unique one. You get 3 choices of dragons: a lightning, a cold, or a fire dragon. And yeah, it has a lot of synergy between other builds, especially if you want like a ranger style playthrough. The dragon can set up cold damage for you, which is really nice, or lightning damage. I think that's a really fun class. Now we'll focus on one more here. We'll go over the Heart Champion. So unique warrior strength comes not from their bodies, but from their souls. And you get to choose a fighting style and a subclass. So there's the Allegiance Champion, giving us Greater Blade Ward. And during 3 turns of combat, Wrath Burns, get resistance to radiant damage, and AC is increased by 1. Terracomb, we get resistance to poison damage, and AC is increased by 1. You get a Summon Undead with a bonus action. Or the Wrath, you can give basically the Hunter's Mark here, and you get resistance to fire damage. So I'll just go with the Allegiance Champion here just to show off what this looks like, and show a little bit of it off. It's a cool class, the Heart Champion. I really like the unique icons there, so you get extra breath. So basically the ability to get an extra action there, action surge. And you get some spells, so pretty strong. You also get ones depending on your subclass. This one gives us Compelled Duel and Shield of Faith. And then we get to pick another spell here. At level 3, we are half caster, so we don't get the same spells that others would. Greater Blade Ward, so all allies only take half damage, bonus action, pretty useful. And we'll just go through here quickly to show off what this looks like. Extra attack, gets increased amount of spells. This works with Mistress Spells mod too, which is nice, so you got a lot of options there. And yeah, you can also replace spells if you want to take further level ones. Aura of Bravery, can't be frightened, similar to the Paladin's extra benefit that it gives a team. Mind and Body, once per short rest, if you kill a creature, you recover 1 spell slot, level 1. That's nice, extra spell slots, always useful. And Greater Blade Ward, +1 armor class as well. So it's basically like combining Shield of Faith with the Blade Ward there, so it's useful, keeping your team alive. It's a good, like, not like Paladin, but kind of. Then you also get Haste here at level 9, so level 3 spells, a lot of them to choose from, which is pretty cool. And then we get ourselves a Self-Protection Light, Scorching Flame, shed a light in 3-meter radius. You only take half the damage of all necrotic and deal 2 to 16 radiant to anyone that misses you with an attack. So a nice free reaction that doesn't use your reaction. And then at level 12, we get ourselves Moonbeam for our spell. So pretty useful. You get yourself Haste too, which is nice. And then your choice of whatever spells you want to take. Half caster, but it's still pretty good because you get the extra attack there. So those are some classes that I wanted to cover and show off that are being added to the Baldur's Gate 3 mod manager. Hopefully these will come to console too if you're watching as a console player. They were just recently added to the mod manager, so don't expect them anytime soon, but they'll potentially be coming. So yeah, just wanted to cover that. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you all in the next video.